Yeah, Phil, I can probably take over at this point when a couple people get back. I'm looking for Mike, just a couple members of the board. So because it's mostly, we'll be segueing into the business meeting and then the Peacemaker Awards.
Yep, I'll stay on while I'm recording, so that if that's okay.
Oh, no, please.
I resumed the recording. It seems to resume okay.
Yes, no, don't disappear.
Pat, is the remainder of the meeting, is this a business meeting at this point that I should excuse
You're
myself from?
welcome, Ira. It's a very condensed meeting. It will take hardly any time, and then you might be interested in staying on for the Peacemaker Award. We
Okay.
will be finishing by 1:30, and Eli might make a couple of closing comments at the end, and then we will be finished. So
Okay.
we're amazingly on time today. So we welcome you.
Thank you.
Mike, are you here?
Hi, Pat. I don't know if Mike's back yet, but would you like me to give the annual report?
Yes. So yes, we can start with that.
Because it's certainly, as you say, short and sweet. So in the past year, since our last annual meeting, we've had 4 virtual meetings of the Board of Directors, to which everyone is always welcome, whether they're live or virtual, and published 2 issues of the newsletter. Our spring retreat was held virtually due to the pandemic, and the annual Good Friday Stations of the Cross with Agape was also adapted for the pandemic times. We've supported many other organizations and activities, but these are really the essence of what we did this year.
And do we have a treasurer's report? Let's see.
Charles had sent something. If you
Yes.
want, I can read that.
Okay, why don't
He's
you?
not
do that?
on.
Why don't you do that, Rafa?
Okay, the treasurer's report is, we presently have the following amount of funds in our accounts. In the savings account, there is $8,318.25. In the checking account, there's $5,463.24. You know what? Let me see if I can put this up on the screen. There it is. Can everyone see it?
Yes. It's,
Okay. So we've had a very unusual year with almost $5,000 in major gifts. We greatly appreciate the generosity of 2 retired priests, as well as the incredible kindness of those who sent memorial donations in honor of loved ones, particularly our own Sue Malone. Of course, we would not exist without the support of so many people who made donations, not realizing how significant and meaningful each contribution is to us. Such kindness has meant the world to us. Thank you. Parks Christi, Massachusetts is a nonprofit organization, 501c, which means donations to our organization are tax deductible. Because of this, we must file detailed reports to the Internal Revenue Service and to Massachusetts Attorney General's office. Funds that we spend most align with the purpose of our organization, which is to promote Catholic social teachings. Over the years, board members have carefully monitored spending, devoting our funds to projects such as our semi-annual newsletter, our yearly annual spring retreat, and our fall assembly. We've also co-sponsored events with other groups that bring attention to social justice issues. One excellent use of our funds involves awarding grants to local Pax Christi, Massachusetts groups so that their important initiatives can get off the ground. Thank you. And that's from Charles.
Thanks, Rocco. My name, by the way, is Pat Ferrone. Of course, it's on the screen there. And Rocco and I are co-coordinators of Pax Christi, Massachusetts. And I guess we're going to be staying on for another year in that position. But I would like to introduce, I'll name the current members of Pax Christi, Massachusetts. And also, well, before I do that, I would like to remember Sue Malone, who died last February, who was a key member of our board for many, many years. She is still missed. I come across her picture on one of our newsletters nearly every day. So I remember Sue. And Charles Gabron, who has been our treasurer, our fine treasurer, has to retire from that position. He is the one who put together that report, and he is going to be greatly missed. And the other person is Brian Ashmankis, who is now an ordained priest and does a lot of his ministry online with the community of the hyphenated. And he's young, he's energetic, and he brings a lot of his energy to that work and to Pax Christi, and I know the Agape community. So we're going to miss him very much too. The other members of our group are Gina Allen, who gave the secretary's report, and she's been doing that for years. Mike Moran, who is the editor of the newsletter. He does a fabulous job of that. And that's one of the benefits of being part of Pax Christi, Massachusetts, is you get the newsletter and you get to read people's columns and commentaries on different events that have happened. Nancy Carapezza is, I think she's here. I wanted you to raise your hand. Mike, we mentioned you, and Jean. Okay, Nancy, I don't know whether Nancy's there. I think she was. Rose Morrissey, there's Rose. Sally Markey, I'm not sure. I think she was in a while ago. Phil Herrick, Sister Linda Bessem, and Irene Descharnes. So those are the current members, and we welcome new members. We meet 4 times a year, and there are mostly we have been doing it on Zoom since COVID start. Normally we meet at Holy Cross, and we may resume a partial Zoom and in-person meeting when that's possible. It's a great group of people to work with. We are associated with Pax Christi USA, and that is the, if you join Pax Christi USA, and they immediately put you in contact with Pax Christi Massachusetts. So we have no dues. And I would emphasize again, if you're in a local group and looking for a project, you can apply for a grant. We actually have 2 people who are kind of interested in joining the board, but we can always use additional people. And I see a few people who were once on the board, and we have a great time. We work hard, and we love one another. And let's see what else. So I think my goodness, I think that's all. I wanted to thank the board for their work in putting together today's program, and to all of the participants. It's really fabulous, and I just love the overlapping that I've experienced, the rising up of new approaches, new ideas, of deepness and richness to what everyone is doing. So we are so grateful for the groups that we associate with, and the community in the greater Boston and western part of the Massachusetts, throughout Massachusetts, is extremely nurturing. We have a lot of wonderful wonderful exchanges and things that we like to cooperate with.